So that's what happened. Okay, let's see. Okay, you're on the chair.
Okay, this is the story, excuse me, of my knowing Freddie Steele in 1936 to 1938, about middleweight champ of the world. It happened when we lived in New York City at the Hotel Park Crescent on Riverside Drive. My mother had a beauty shop, and they gave her an apartment, or she had an apartment there. And Joe, Harriet, and I lived in the apartment with our mother, and mother ran the beauty shop. And we had all the jobs in the hotel. We delivered papers, we sometimes we ran the elevators for them, and we got to know everybody. A lot of people lived there more than just stayed like a hotel. And one day we were there, and we were at the front desk, and in came this group of people, and after they checked in, the guy said, the gentleman at the front desk says, "That's Freddie Steele, middleweight champ of the world. He's coming to box in Madison Square Garden and trains at Jack Dempsey's gym. And he's going to stay at the hotel." Oh! So the next time I saw him in the lobby, Joe and I introduced ourselves, and we told him that we kind of ran things, and if he needed any help or anything, let us know. And he thanked us, and one day we saw him, and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing." He said, "You want to come down and watch me train at Stillman Gym? Jack Dempsey's Stillman Gym?" And I said, "Sure." So we went down there, and Freddie trained, and he introduced us to all the big fighters who were training there, and we had a great time. And then he boxed, and he won. First time he boxed in that we saw him box, he won by decision, and we went to the fight. And then he went home to Seattle, and about a year later he came back. He looked us up, and we went to Jack Dempsey's Stillman Gym, and it snowed one night, and we went out on the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial, had a big snowball fight, and we had a great time. And he took us all around, introduced us to his girlfriends. He knew all the ladies at all of the nightclubs. And it's funny that his trainer and his manager and he were always playing cards in their room. And we'd go up there and get him out of there. And my mother was having a hard time because business wasn't that good and things were very tight financially with 3 kids. Harriet worked at Milgram's. She was a model at Milgram's dress shop, very famous dress shop in New York. And Joe and I went to school, and there was talk about maybe Freddie Steele, who lives with his mother in Seattle, maybe adopting us because he didn't like the idea of my mother having problems financially. But the Masonic Comb opportunity came along, so Joe and I went to the Masonic Comb. But before we went, Freddie Steele came back, and he started to train to fight Apostoli, Freddie Apostoli, who was a young man who was going to challenge Freddie Steele's, and we went to the fight, and sure enough, Freddie Steele lost, and we were very sorry, but he was a great guy, and a friend of Bing Crosby, and I know I saw a movie with him later on where he played some soldier, and I heard he was a double for Earl Flynn,
Yeah.
and he was just a nice gentleman. I think he liked Harriet a little bit, but he went back to Seattle, got in the business with Bing Crosby, and that's my story of Freddie Steele, middleweight champ of the world.
Okay, great.
How old were you? How old were you?
Probably in the 5th grade, 4th and 5th grade.
Right, because you were born in 28, so
Right.
38 would be, you'd be about 10.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Wow.
Okay, well, thank you.